Hi, I'm Peg Eaton. I'll be your guide throughout this session on Tanzu Mission Control. Tanzu Mission Control simplifies managing Kubernetes across clouds. Whether creating, provisioning, or centrally managing the policies and lifecycle of Kubernetes clusters.
Hi, I'm Keith Lee, Senior Technical Marketing Architect for VMware Tanzu. In this video, I'll show how with VMware Tanzu Standard Edition, you can consistently operate and secure your Kubernetes infrastructure across multiple teams and clouds with a global control plane known as Tanzu Mission Control. Tanzu Standard also offers a full enterprise-grade Kubernetes runtime, Tanzu Kubernetes Grid, which can be deployed across multiple environments, including on-premises on vSphere and VMware Cloud Foundation, on public clouds such as AWS and Azure, as well as on hybrid clouds like VMware Cloud on AWS and Azure VMware Solution. So let's get into it. Here in VMware Cloud on AWS, you can see I already have an SCDC created where I am running a mixed workload of traditional VM-based apps and also my Tanzu Kubernetes Grid management cluster. So that we can centrally deploy and lifecycle manage Tanzu Kubernetes clusters, we first need to register the management clusters with Tanzu Mission Control. Here in Tanzu Mission Control, you can see I already have registered some Tanzu Kubernetes management clusters from different data centers across the globe with VMware Tanzu Mission Control. Just before we create a new Kubernetes cluster, I want to show how as an operator, I can see all of the Kubernetes clusters across my organization running across many different environments. While we can create Tanzu Kubernetes Grid clusters directly from Tanzu Mission Control, we can also attach any CNCF conformant Kubernetes clusters running anywhere for not only visibility, but control of that cluster. For example, you can see here how I've attached AKS, EKS, GKE, and OpenShift clusters. Okay, so let us create a Tanzu Kubernetes cluster from Tanzu Mission Control. Firstly, I select which management cluster from which the cluster will be provisioned. In this case, my management cluster we just registered from VMware Cloud and AWS. Then we will configure which provisioner in that management cluster, give it a name, and assign which cluster group to assign it to. Adding the cluster to a cluster group means that all the policies configured for that cluster group will then be applied to the cluster automatically after creation. Next, we select the Kubernetes version, network and storage options, followed by the IaaS resources backing the cluster, such as resource pool and data store. Next, we can choose the type of control plane, that is a single node or a highly available control plane, and the instance type. And finally, we specify the number of worker nodes and their instance type. Click Create Cluster, and that's it. Tanzu Mission Control is now instructing the Tanzu Kubernetes Grid management cluster in our VMware Cloud on AWS SCDC to create a Tanzu Kubernetes cluster to the config we just specified. Moments later, and our cluster has been provisioned and added to our development cluster group where all the policies of that cluster group have been applied. With Tanzu Kubernetes clusters now under the management of Tanzu Mission Control, we can perform lifecycle management operations such as upgrades. Tens, hundreds, or even thousands of clusters, you need a way to easily group them. And cluster groups allows you to organize your Kubernetes clusters into logical groupings, for example, to align with business units or different environments and apply a common set of policies to these clusters. Tanzu Mission Control has a number of policy types available. In Tanzu Standard, access policies and security policies are available. In Tanzu Advanced, this expands to include image policies, network policies, quota policies, and custom policies, so you can bring your own. Tanzu Mission Control really provides us declarative fleet-wide policy management without having to go into each cluster individually. With Tanzu Mission Control, I can apply policy to a group of clusters or a group of namespaces across clouds from one control point. We can apply policies to a group of namespaces with what we call a workspace. A workspace is a group of Kubernetes namespaces across clusters and clouds. As an operator, I'm responsible for the health of clusters across my organization. I can view the health of clusters here, and I can quickly dig into any issues. We can also do this for workloads. And this view provides a view of all workloads across all of my clusters. And I can quickly dig into any issues if they exist. Clicking into a cluster, here we're providing some high-level health information, which is necessary for operators to get started. But we also focus on integrating with industry-leading monitoring tools, such as Tanzu Observability by Wavefront.
Thanks, Keith. Let's switch over to Scott Rogers as he takes us through Tanzu Observability.
Hello, my name is Scott Rogers, and in this video, I'm going to show how Tanzu Observability by Wavefront can help you achieve full-stack observability of your complex microservices environment. Let's first define what observability means. Observability is about collecting information from all kinds of sources and being able to easily visualize that data and then correlate it so you can ask intelligent questions in real time, all to improve service quality. So how does Tanzu Observability help? With Tanzu Observability, you can roll out monitoring as a service to all of your DevOps teams, including developers, SREs, and operations across the enterprise. With our massive integrations library, we make it easy to collect, visualize, and correlate data from many different sources. We also have custom dashboards that allow users to get instant visibility across applications, infrastructure, as well as developer and DevOps tools, along with packaged dashboards, metrics, and alerts. TO also allows you to observe your applications. You can triage microservices and future-proof application performance monitoring with standards-based distributed tracing and metrics collection. You can do this both with SDK and agent-based solutions. With full-stack troubleshooting, TO can help identify the root cause in seconds across any cloud, any application, or any layer of your service stack. Tanzu Observability Smart Alerting is analytics-driven intelligence that detects anomalies across your applications and services in all of your cloud environments, whether they're on VMs or containers or in Kubernetes. You can also manage TO with popular tools such as Terraform, which allows you to manage infrastructure as code. You can see here we've created a number of resources including users, dashboards, and derived metrics. Wow, so we just covered a lot in a very short time. If you would like to learn more about Tanzu Observability by Wavefront, head on over to tanzu.vmware.com/observability. There you can check out our docs, read our blog, and sign up for a free trial.